It is October. Finally, hunting season begins. Halloween begins. I'm busting these guys out. I'm gonna go put them in the front yard of my new house. I don't know if you guys saw the video I put up earlier about the pumpkin shooting. Here, one second. Oh, here we go. Anyways, I started a tradition with my kids. After Halloween, we gather up all the pumpkins, and then we go out and we just shoot them. A lot of fun, tons of fun. But this year will be fun because we got some other guns, other different new guns to do. Plus, the kids are older; they can sling some shotguns and whatnot. Um, so yeah, that's on the agenda. Got the Gunfather series. We've got Beretta family. Now, I was working on SIG. There's a few hiccups with that one, and so I'm gonna have to postpone that because SIG, a lot of different businesses. There's some information I need to do some fact checking on too that just didn't seem right to me. So a lot of it having to do with the M18 or the P320 that the military adopted or whatnot. They contracted out with. But anyways, so we're working the kinks out on that one. But with Beretta, I've got, let's see here. Beretta is the oldest firearm manufacturer in the world. 500 years nearly. I just round up because 498 or whatever. They're founded in 1526. But man, boy, you want to talk about history, and it's not easy history to find either. I mean, for starters, back then nobody had cameras. Um, if you were a person who had money, you could afford to get your portrait painted, but for the most part, trying to find anything is very difficult. Um, so I had to do some deep dive digging here. Starting out with Bartolomeo Beretta, to begin with. I mean, he started out as a foundry, owning a foundry or whatnot. Uh, he realized that government contracting with firearms was the way to go, as guaranteed money. And so like 15 generations of Beretta, that's a lot. And it's still privately owned, which is crazy. I mean, it's crazy to think that it's that old. I mean, this might be the oldest company in the world. There was some other stuff I was checking on that, trying to do some clarification. But as far as military contracting goes, though, they were the first. I mean, they're on the actual clip that I put up. There's a few letter contracts, quill ink and all that good stuff on parchment from back then. That for his first order, and it was like 180 barrels, stuff like that. So he's working for the Venetians, and going from there. A lot of the generations now, some of them there weren't really any great accomplishments with Beretta, or they're just not as relevant. I mean, to their timeline for Gunfather series. So from about 1526, let's see, about 1550 up until about 1780, not a whole lot going on. I mean, there was every armed conflict in Europe at the time had used barrels or firearms that were manufactured by Beretta. I mean, all the way up till World War II, same thing. Every single conflict in Europe around that time, I mean, up until this point, they had provided firearms for. Now, I mean, they're the oldest firearm company in the world. They're reliable. Their shotguns are freaking awesome. I mean, but you look at Beretta as a family that owns it. It's interesting that they have been able to keep it a private company like that forever. Beretta Holdings is owned by them. They still all live in their own mansion. It's almost like the Berettas to Italy are like kind of I'd say like what the Kennedys were to the U.S. Pretty popular, high society, whatever types. But I mean, the Kennedys were bootleggers and shit like that, whereas to the Beretta family, just firearm manufacturing. But not to mention, the Berettas, people don't piss off the mob. But hey, whatever. Um, we're getting to that. We'll eventually get to the M9 in the well, what that that's one of my favorite pistols. I've shot that Beretta. Shit, it's a service pistol for starters. Number two, I mean, it's phased out now, but then even now, out in civilian, shoot it all the time. Great pistol. 92 FS, man. It's just that gun has always, pistol wise, just it had a lot of sentimental value to it. Now, a lot of the movies and stuff when I was a kid that I used to watch, that gun was always in them. I mean, you watch Die Hard, or you watch Lethal Weapon, Mel Gibson in it. He has that. Boondock Saints, any of that, dude. They got the Beretta 92 FS. You can't top that bad boy. And, it's, I don't know, it's going to be fun to do. It's fun shooting it. I enjoy it. It's 9mm. A lot of people, talk shit on 9mm. I love 9mm personally. I like all calibers. 40 caliber is my favorite, but you can also get the Beretta in that. But what I like, is the barrel comes threaded, so you can already, you don't have to go buy one. You have your cap for your threaded barrel. You're set to go if you have suppressors already and you've got your stamp and all that fun crap that the government worked out, or you don't, whatever the case may be. The Beretta's reliable. I would take a Beretta over a 1911 any day of the week if I'm going to be, in some serious scenarios. I mean, one thing you always have to remember and keep in mind, 1911 is a badass gun. 45 caliber is God's caliber. That's already been established. But the problem is with that, you only hold 8 rounds. Beretta, you can hold 15. If you're accurate, 9mm round, man, you're good. You don't need to worry about stopping power. And that whole stopping power thing's funny to me because it's a complete load of horse shit. It's a bigger caliber. You'll put bigger holes in people or whatever. But here's the thing. 45 caliber is not a sonic round, so it doesn't have as big of a boom to it because the slug's bigger. It doesn't have velocity. It's not going to continuously flow like that. These are just things to consider and take into consideration. But the only reason I don't shoot 45, and I'll be honest with you, is right now I don't go shoot my 45s is because it's expensive as hell to buy ammo for it, man. And reloading it, aside from that, but that's just all personal preference. I don't know if you guys noticed in my community section. So I had to call some people out because they were saying some shit that I just knew wasn't true. And that is, I always know when somebody's full of shit on YouTube, social media, or anything. And that is, they always start out with, hey, I'm new to the channel, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're not new. Your account's new. You just made it yesterday, and I just play along with it, whatever. So you've got those types who, I don't know, I don't understand why they feel like that, oh, I'm new to the channel, and anonymity when you're anonymous already anyways. That's weird. If they said, oh, I came across your channel, man, I like your stuff, whatever, I could get it, then I'd be like, oh, okay, that's not too weird. But I get people like, I was watching an Israeli defense shooting video or whatever, I came across it in my feed. It was interesting. I don't agree with a lot of it. I mean, they were talking about training, with making the new people in their military not carry around in the chamber. I think that's stupid, but that's just me. I know they have mandatory service over there, and they don't want negligent discharges, and the guy goes and explains it, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? Whatever. Looking in the comments, and I always see this, and it just blows my mind how dumb people are, because here's the thing. People that have been in the military or the infantry, They don't talk like this. This is like somebody who Googled it and is reading it off Google and typing in their comments, like trying to one up the person next to them or whatever. And I have a habit with one uppers. I can't stand them because I just think they're the most full of shit people you'll ever meet. But so it's, let's see, the person puts, yes, you see, I would know this is accurate information because I'm a grunt. Okay, first off, accurate information, you're a grunt. That sounds like something a pogue would say. And if you guys aren't familiar with the term pogue, this is exactly what a pogue is. So then the person keeps typing, yeah, we train hard. I'm in the infantry, blah, blah, blah. And then they say something along this line. We try very hard to prevent accidental discharges. Any grunt with any self-respect would not call it an accidental discharge because they would know there's no such thing as an accidental discharge. It's a negligent discharge, dipshit. So then I keep reading it and I keep going down. In fact, why don't I just read it now? Let's see. And you know, I enjoy doing this. It's fun. It's kind of trollish, but hey, who cares? You know, it's not like these people, like these faceless trolls, have feelings anyways. I mean, they're anonymous, right? So we're all having good and fun here. Let's see. Let's see here. IDF. And yes, you know, people, just so people know watching this, I'm totally pro-Israel, and if you don't like that, well, I don't give a fuck. So, FYI, you can pump your free Palestine bullshit to me. I don't care. I'm not going to listen to you. Don't care. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Drones. That shitty Joker movie. What's this one? All right, here we go, guys. Right. Israeli divorce. Fanny pack boy. Oh yeah, I new fun game to play. So anytime Johnny Q drops a new video, I always play a new game is bet. Will he talk about a fanny pack or is he going to bring up John Wick? You get points for that, man. I mean, that dude has no content whatsoever. Boy, he is just can't come up with anything. I like capping on him though because he's a dumb shit. All right, let's see here, guys. So the funny one that I commented to and pissed off. Right. Hero. I don't care about heroes. No. I'm trained in the Navy. Okay. So here's one dumb comment. One reason why not every grunt in America does not get a pistol. So many more ND and accidental discharges. Well, ND, for y'all that aren't familiar, negligent discharge. I know anybody that shoots guns knows what that means. But ND and accidental discharges, dude. Okay, right there, you're full of shit. So, you know, there's that. Moving on to the next dude. I mean, first off, and the other thing I don't like when people talk shit about United States military if they're not even in the United States and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So, I mean, that's one of the things, dude, that rubs me the wrong way, and it shouldn't. I'm usually pretty chill about a lot of this shit, but let's see here. It's like these guys read this shit off of Google. And then really irritating is when you see people who are American talking shit on their own people. All right, let's see. Professionals, Israel. Nope. Being disadvantaged. These guys don't know anything about it. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Thank you. Where is that douchebag? This one says carry one in the chamber with the safety on. Okay, that's funny. And then you got people saying, I work for a custom AR-15 builder. Well, you know, custom doesn't mean shit. You could be the guy that's painting it for all I care. All right. Right. And you know, there's always the great argument, guys, of should I carry with one chambered? Yes, you should always carry with one chambered if you're going to carry, or there's no point in having it. I know, I'm sure you guys have heard me bitch about that one a few times too. As a police officer, where are we at here? Pilates? I don't know what Pilates has to do. Okay, dude from Finland. Newbies to firearms. See, when people say newbies, nobody in the military says newbies. Let's see here. Oh, maybe the guy took his comment down because I made him feel stupid. Anyways, though, I called him a pogue. Basically, you should get punched in the mouth, dude. Punched right in the suck for saying dumb shit like that. That makes no sense whatsoever. But you know, it's just, I know everybody tries to be whatever they want to be on the internet, you know, and that's just something I've accepted. It doesn't, I mean, but come on, man. When it comes to like firearm safety, dude, don't you know, you're probably 13. Don't be pretending like, you know, you're you know, mom's basement. You're not Jason Bourne. You're not John Wick. And if you want to go do that stuff, guys, hey, go on over to Johnny Q's channel. He's always accepting Larpers. I mean, I'm sure you'd fit in right there. But, you know, in the real world, man, even though it's online, we talk about real world shit and call bullshit when it comes to guns. So, just saying. Just saying. But, yeah, I don't know. I I was thinking about this, like what Call of Duty or like Grand Theft Auto games and all that shit, like how many of these kids nowadays think that that stuff's like realistic? I mean, it's like, do they think honestly, you know, you enlist, you go to boot camp, they hand you a rifle, and then here off you go? No, and that's not the case. You go to so much training and so much bullshit, but like these kids, man, nowadays with these games, and you know, I one of my favorite pastimes, and I used to do it a lot, and I used to drop a lot of clip videos, was making fun of people doing dumb shit with guns. But you know, that got kind of redundant, and then that channel got taken down. With this one, I'm trying to do stuff a little bit differently here, but you know, it's just insane. Oh, that's what the guy said. And then the guy says, we do not want to flag people with the muzzles of our rifle. Okay, you can just say flagging. If you were in the military, you'd say flagging. Anybody would know exactly what you mean. And then let's see here. The pistol thing. That one cracks me up. Trigger finger. Oh yeah. And we also want to keep our finger off trigger safety. It's called trigger discipline. Again, anybody that had any experience or training or even maybe Googled it, or I don't know. I mean, do these people suck at Googling stuff? I mean, at least, you know, dude, if you're gonna pull shit out of your ass and try to one up other people, you know, at least, I mean, you have Google nowadays, dude. How hard would that be? Trigger discipline. Oh yeah. Not keep our finger off the trigger, people. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but shit, my kids are like 8, 9, and 18, man. And they all know trigger discipline. They know exactly what it means when I say that. When I say muzzle down, low ready, they point it right at the ground, man. I mean, like, so come on, man, keyboard warriors. Seriously? But you know, that I enjoy it. You know, one thing I will say I miss and I do enjoy with YouTube is when people would talk shit in my comment sections, man. I always had so much fun with that. And I mean, like the best part about it is like they can try to say them like meanest, angry, whatever stuff, right? And you can tell like they spent all this time to type it out, and then they have like edited, and then they, you know, I get a notification and I'll see it, and then they'll go back and edit it and change it again because maybe they did more research or whatever. And I'm just thinking, oh man, this guy's gonna have something good. I know for a fact this comment's gonna be so fun to mess with. And you know, they get so pissed off, and then I just add right back to them like, I understand, you know, some of the words that I use are very confusing and difficult. my kids, you know, they struggled learning how to read when they were young, but I do know a website that would help you out. You know, it's shit like that, and they get so mad because they're like, "Is this guy serious? Do I really come off that dumb?" You know, so like, I don't know. To me, it doesn't matter. I mean, man, you can throw shade all day. It does not matter to me. I mean, it's like I'm really going to be concerned with some douchebag's comment on YouTube. I mean, come on, man. But you know, I have fun with that. The what was the other funny thing I was thinking of the other day with people on here? Um, oh, that's what it was. Another funny Johnny Q thing, guys. If you ever watch his clips when he's shooting, he's out in the field shooting. Listen to the noise the gun makes, and then look. You can see the smoke from his muzzle on his pistol waft forward. And so, you know, with that, I would say you would have to be probably the furthest you could be away from the target and see that is probably maybe 4 yards, 5 yards is generous. But you know, you hear that, but then you hear the same sound effect every time, and it's just funny to me to watch that. I mean, it just cracks me up because he edits that shit in. Uh, you know, another funny one is he fast forwards some of his videos when he's shooting on the move, and he's like waddling, and it's like watching a Oompa Loompa, dude. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, you know, if there should be an award for funniest gun channel, that dude should get it because boy, you know, and the good thing about it is we're all laughing at him. We're not laughing with him because I think this dude takes himself way too serious. So, I mean, oh man, the police uniform shit. I don't know. Who knows, guys? But yeah. Anyways, Brett is shit on. Trying not to talk shit on this guy, but it's just too fun. Just too funny not to. There's another one that's really funny. He's almost kind of like really weird too. You know, if like an alien were to like take a body over and try to like hide in it, like you ever seen Men in Black? That alien where it's just like the dude's face is all pulled back funny, the Edgar suit, whatever. The dude from Civilian Tactical, that dude looks like a mutant or something. Like he looks like something that could be on X-Men or I don't know. But I mean, just how he talks, it just weirds me the fuck out, man. The dude, you know, he is quite the soy boy. I mean, there's a lot of soy boy too. But anyways, yeah, check those out if you guys want to laugh. But it is Saturday. I got shit to do. Fun shit, family shit, Halloween decorations. Anybody watching this, thanks for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. Shout out to Sunny2A. Sonny's channel. I'll put that down in the description. Check him out, guys. Cool dude. Always has some interesting topics to talk about. Single shot Sunday show tomorrow. More Beretta videos will drop throughout the day. They're just timed or whatnot. And yeah, go from there. Take care, guys.